All right, family and friends and visitors. We're going to talk about knowing yourself. That's a theme that you will hear repeated when you hear my tapes. When you hear my videos, I'm always talking about knowing who you are. If you have elders in your family, you need to talk to them. They just may know something you don't know because they was here before you got here. I'm sure they do. That's better than any books. That's better than any Ancestry.com. And they don't have to be your elders. They can be any elders. Just talk to them. See what they know. Then you won't be complaining about, hey, y'all didn't pass down the knowledge. No. You didn't seek the knowledge. The knowledge is everywhere. All you got to do is look it up. Look for it in yourself. You know, the thing about knowing yourself, we're going to get into it. This is Kaiser. Welcome down. Welcome those who are coming in. I see y'all. This is Staying in the Light Society. Welcome. The thing about knowing yourself is that, man, it's a vibration you get. You know God. You know the Creator when you know yourself and you know everybody else. I'm not going to say people can't lie to you. Yeah, they can. But you cannot be deceived because you have the eyes of God in you. When you know who you are, you know everybody else. You know everybody else because you see with that one all-seeing eye of the Creator. But if you don't know who you are, if you're just wandering along, plummeting along, following the way the world is, you'll never know life. You'll never know what it is to be alive. Because you're not alive, you're still dead. Knowledge of yourself is what gives you life. You know, the thing about us, our community as a people, there was a time when you was born, you knew exactly what you was supposed to do. You was born with the knowledge. You know, just like kings, you're a son of a king, you know you're destined to be a king. And you start conducting yourself as a king when you're very young. But somebody came along and just threw a wrecking ball in our whole family structure. Took the language, taught you how to write backwards, taught you how to read backwards. You think writing from left to right is normal? You think reading from left to right is normal? No. How you gonna start on the left if you're a person who want to do right? You see how they transformed everything? Just a simple thing like reading left to right instead of right to left, or writing left to right instead of right to left. It upsets your God mind because a God mind is always want to do right. But they got you starting left, starting wrong, starting off wrong. But still, we did all this and we mastered this backwards man. We mastered it. You see, everything is backwards that he does. But we did this. We volunteered to come here in these circumstances to prove something. So when you know yourself, you know what it is you came to prove. Say that again. When you know who you are, you will know why you volunteer to come into these circumstances. And as people say, yeah, you have something to prove. But if you don't know who you are, you never know why you're here. Bottom line. Peace to the family. Thank you for subscriptions and the likes.